All right. So, what's the deal with situationships? Right. So, when I was a kid, I was pretty much under the assumption that a relationship should be pretty exclusive. Like you're with somebody, kind of like pretty locked in. And then I turned like 9, and mommy and daddy were like, "Yeah, nah, that's not gonna work out." So then I was like, "Huh? How does that work? Like you just don't love each other anymore?" And yeah, that was pretty much it. They just didn't love each other anymore, or one of them didn't love each other anymore. So, um, it kind of, for a long time messed with my sense of love. It made me question what is love. Also made me super depressed, which led to a whole different route of stuff. Uh, but that's besides the point. We can get into that another day, future video. Um, but it just confused me and made me question so much. And when you look at relationships nowadays, right? Uh, it tends to be super weird. There's so many rules now. I call them TikTok rules. Uh, you have your 3 month rule. You have your green line theory, which I uh, don't know how to feel about that one. And you have there's other stuff like the orange, peeling an orange for your significant other. That one was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, like I remember my ex did that to me, and I peeled it, and she was damn near in tears. I was like, shit, sorry, I didn't know that was such a labor of love. Um, but I guess it's the simple little things. But um, uh, it's just weird. You walk around, find somebody you like, talk to them, get to know them, ask them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then you're kind of together. But you're not in love yet. Like a lot of people say, you can't say I love you so fast. You can't say I love you so fast. It's bad. Uh, it's weird. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I would think that relationships are about love, you know? Like, if you're going to ask somebody out, there has to be some type of love there. You can't act like there's not. If you like somebody, if you decide to go, like me, if I'm going to ask somebody out, there's a little bit of love there. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to ask somebody out just because, just because it sounds fun. No, there's that attraction, that wanting to be with them, and growing to care for them. But I don't know if that's how it works for everybody. Now, um, had a given that had a pretty interesting breakup. And that's there's blame on both sides. This time it was definitely probably me. On this last one, definitely me. And that's just because I didn't think I was good enough. Um, hit a rough patch mentally. I was in a really dark place, and I just didn't feel like a man, if I'm being completely honest. And as a man, I think it's important to be able to provide in your relationship. Be a strong foundation, to say the least. Obviously, you know, you are your own person, and there is your own independence. But for me, it's a show of love to be able to help you and provide, even when you don't need it, just because I want to, out of kindness, because of a love for you. So that's my take on why somebody hops in a relationship. Now, when we get to situationships, it's weird, because apparently there's always that one person that isn't in love, or maybe just not in a sense, reciprocating the same emotions, to say the least. But they stick around because of the attention. They don't love that person. They love the attention, which I guess I get. No, I for sure get that because, I grew up as a person that didn't get the attention I wanted, I guess. Or maybe not the attention I wanted, but maybe the attention I needed. So you seek that out in other places because you don't love yourself. And that complicates things, especially when you don't love yourself. Because then you put yourself in positions where you're just utterly messing, like turning yourself over to a bad place. We've all been there at one point, if we're being for real. Well, maybe not all of us. Some of us have healthy relationships with people. But yeah, it's just complicated to get out of that mentality. And I also don't get people that jump into situationships knowing that they don't feel the same way about a person. That feels selfish and narcissistic. And it's weird. But I guess I get it, to an extent. I mean, it's just whatever anybody needs, I guess. But yeah, what's y'all's takes on situationships? And what's your take on love? Also, do you think we deserve love as humans? It's weird. God created us. I'm a practicing Christian, by the way. Not that good of a Christian, if I'm being completely honest. I'm still learning how to be one. It's still very new to me. But I'm also not here to tell you where to go on your religious path. I'm just saying my own. But it's weird because, in what I believe, we killed a damn near perfect guy. Outstanding dude. That sounds wrong to say. But you know what I mean. Outstanding person, something that everybody should strive to be like. And my buddy Leo the other day, he said something along the lines of, if the world was fair, we would be on the cross, not Jesus. Which is insane, like God gave his only son to us to bear a weight so unbelievable that allows us to choose where we go, heaven or hell. And that's powerful. So I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if we deserve love as humans, but I sure am glad we got it. The Lord knows where would we be. So yeah, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation. Thanks for being here for this first video, I guess. I did an intro video, but this is the first official video, I think, if I posted it. But yeah, thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Yeah. Take it easy. God bless.